Welcome to this course of online business, in which we will address online business in 4 lectures. Online business. Start your own online business from home in just 30 minutes. Lazy ways to make money online, passive income online, and interview with a businesswoman. Welcome to this lecture of online business. Online business. We will discuss ways of launching your online business. We'll start by defining online business. It is a business that is completely operated on the internet. It can take the form of selling goods, services, or SaaS, software as a service. SaaS is a way for delivering applications over the internet. Now, let's define online business from home. In it, individuals work from home, conducting online business tasks with the suitability that working from home allows. Okay, so let's talk about online stores. What is the definition of an online store? An online store is a website or application where goods are sold over the internet. Now, let's talk about the requirements of creating an online store. What is required to establish an online store in 2025? The target audience is the group of people who are most interested in your products. We need to classify them based on 3 classifications. Demographics, like gender, age, occupation, other. Location, where they reside. Interests, psychographic qualities, such as lifestyle, hobbies, beliefs, other. Moving on to the second point in targeting your audience. Discovering your niche. Discover your niche and target it. A niche is a specific segment of your audience with specific needs. An example, running shoes are a niche within the footwear industry. Moving on to the second requirement. Sourcing your products. That is finding the right products to sell. Strategies that help in discovering products include engaging yourself with hobbyists to know their interests. Leveraging your own interests to know what appeals to the audience. Keeping an eye on trends to bring and stock the next on-trend item. To interpret selling on grand marketplaces to know products that sell well. Moving on to the second point under this requirement. To figure out ways to source your products. Firstly, crafting your products. That is creating handmade products. Purchasing products from wholesalers. Manufacturing your products. That is working with a manufacturer to create original items. Lastly, print-on-demand products. That is having products customized according to customer designs. Example, t-shirts. Moving on to the third requirement. To choose a commerce platform. An e-commerce platform is where you create and manage your online store. It is where you oversee your website, place new products, and process orders. Popular platforms include Shopify, Wix, WooCommerce, and BigCommerce. Moving on to the fourth requirement. Designing your brand. Consider branding for your store. Branding revolves around establishing an identity that resonates through your images and content. We can conduct this in several ways. Firstly, brand values and mission. These are your brand's purpose, its unique selling proposition, and what you promise customers. These will impact the look and feel to your store, as well as your brand voice. Store name, the first touch point to a customer with your brand. Logo, it's a visual symbol of your brand. Lifestyle and product photos. These are photos of your product to show its features and qualities, and photos of how your brand will add to their lifestyle, telling a positive story with your product to lifestyle photos. Moving on to the fifth requirement, registering your business. Depending on the product you sell, your location, and how you plan to operate, you may have to register your business with the government and industry-related bodies. When your store becomes an official entity, it can help in enhancing your credibility with customers and protecting your assets. Moving on to the sixth requirement, to build your store. In order to build your store, you need to set up basic information that include domain address. Purchase a domain address, that is the name and link to your site. Secondly, template or theme. In the store builder you are using, if it contains pre-built templates, pick a template that uses your desired design and theme to your site. Navigation. That is to create menus which lead to important pages. If your store contains many pages, add a search bar. Logo. Place your logo so that it is very visible across your store. Finally, design elements. Using typography and colors to express your brand. Typography is the design of writing. On to the seventh requirement. Now you need to set up your checkout and shipping gateways. That is to set up the way in which customers will experience, go through and finish the process of checkout and shipping of their products. On to the eighth requirement. Making your store live. That is making your store visible to the public, then reviewing the traffic on your site and accordingly making adjustments. Moving on to the ninth requirement. Marketing your products and brand. To market your product and brand, you can leverage social media marketing, and you can do that by making an impact on the social media platform where your targeted audience is most active. Additionally, you can talk to shoppers via email. Send emails to shoppers of your store to have them engaged throughout their journey, such as welcome emails, reminders of abandoned carts, and follow-ups after purchase. Constantly sending emails to your shoppers keeps your brand top of mind for them and makes future email campaigns come more naturally. Moving on to the 10th and final requirement. Optimizing your store. Building your online store is an ongoing process. As the customers interact with your store, you will begin to see areas that are alright and areas of potential improvement. The analysis aspects include site traffic, to know where your visitors are coming from. This will support you in tailoring your store and marketing it. Product sales, to see which products are making a sale and which aren't. This will help you in promotional activities, inventory decisions, and product development. User behavior, to interpret how visitors are interacting with your store, such as your most engaged with and visited content. And accordingly, you can see what improvements you can make to repeat your success. Finally, customer feedback. Constantly collect and review feedback. This will give you insight on what customers favor and what they would like to be improved. Let's move on to the role that online stores play in online businesses. Roles of online stores in online businesses. Firstly, it plays an essential role in customer acquisition and retention. Secondly, since traditional shopping is absent in online commerce, the website appearance of online stores is essential for purchase. Thirdly is the design to the site and navigation through it. The design of your site gives a theme to your business, and the site allows for navigation through the store for customers. Finally is social cue. The site gives a social link between your business and your customers and site visitors. Now, let's move to practical steps of starting an online business. The steps I personally would follow to launch an online business and complete the first sale. Firstly, decide the most suitable idea to a product of potential or current demand. Secondly, create an Instagram business page. with photos, prices, etc., and through which orders are taken either directly on Instagram direct messages or through other contact information provided on the page. Thirdly, register the business in the government to make it official and credible. Fourthly, deal with a delivery company for the product orders. Finally, start delivering nationally or shipping abroad as the orders come. Moving on to the skills and resources required for online business. The skills and resources required to establish an online business, especially from home. The skills include online knowledge, to be business-minded, knowledge of the relative laws, efficient financial planning and other business planning, the will to keep learning, good research skills, and social skills, example, interaction, etc. Moving on to the resources. The resources include to be financially capable, a suitable platform to be on, such as Instagram, Facebook, etc., or a website. Relative parties that are a requirement to deal with, example, delivery companies, etc. A bank account is must if international is included. Finally, a storage space for the products. Now, let's move on to examples of online businesses and their required skills and resources. Examples of online businesses and their required skills and resources. An apparel and accessories business. Accessories like shoes, bags, etc. The skills required include to have rich knowledge of fashion and its trends, to be business-minded, to have a good taste in choice, to have passion for fashion, and to have good research skills, such as to know the latest trends, etc. Let's move to the resources. The resources include to be financially capable, a suitable platform to operate on, such as Instagram, Facebook, etc., or a website, a storage space for the products, and delivery personnel for delivering orders. Let's move to the second example. A food business. The skills include being capable of quality cooking, to be business-minded, knowledge of favorable food to customers in order to target them, hygiene, knowledge of hygiene regulations and other food-related regulations, knowledge of cultural sensitivities. Example, some cultures consider beef offending due to their respect for cows. Let's move to the resources. The resources include to be financially capable, a kitchen and cooking equipment and facilities, hygiene equipment, a chef and other employees if required. Now, let's move on to making yourself known. The ways to making yourself known. Creating a website or social media page, such as Instagram, Facebook, etc. It establishes your spot where people can know about your business and products from. People can then see your products and value whether it interests them or not. Next is sponsoring ads on the social media platform itself. This is paying the platform to show a post of yours to an audience that you select, an audience that consists from the platform users. Thirdly, TV and radio commercials. Commercials are ads that your business pays to a TV or radio channel for in order for them to present your ad on their channel. Let's move on to the rest of the ways. Display advertising. Display advertising revolves around using visuals to gain attention and spread awareness about the brand. It includes making use of visual media, like images, text, or even videos. You can usually spot them in designated areas of social media platforms or web pages. They are usually in the form of a banner, graphic, or text. Then, celebrity endorsement. This includes two aspects. When a business pays a celebrity to use their product publicly, such as shoes, backpack, other. This creates attention towards the product. when a celebrity lends their name or signature to be associated with the product. This creates attention towards the product and gives it higher value. Press advertising. Press advertising are ads in magazines and newspapers. The ad should be noticeable and of efficient content. For example, it can have a good and large headline and its content focusing on how the product will benefit customers, rather than the product's features. Let's move on to the final one. Finally is email marketing. That is sending emails to market yourself. This method can be constantly used for constant benefit. It can help your brand be remembered by present, lapsed, or potential customers. You can promote a limited time offer, end of season sale, or a new product. The benefits of this method include: it's cost effective, measurable, immediate, and scalable, with you being able to alter its intensity. Now, on to the second lecture of this course. With this, we have reached the end of our first lecture. Let's move on to lecture 2. Welcome to this lecture of online business. Start your own online business from home in just 30 minutes. We will discuss some methods that you can start your online business from home. The first method: to sell online courses. There are many people who are looking for online courses. You can use these platforms: Teachable, Podia, Teachery, Thinkific, Ruzuku, Udemy, Kajabi, Academy of Mine, Flora LMS, and WizIQ. On to the second method: starting a YouTube channel. People are making a lot of money by starting a YouTube channel and uploading their videos on YouTube. When you have a large following, the advertisers will be attracted to you. Their ads resembled by the ads YouTube puts on your videos. Moving on to the third method: writing an ebook. You need to write an ebook and sell it online. You can either self-publish or have it published through a publisher. To self-publish, you can use a website called Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. To write something appealing to an audience, you need to know what readers want. You can market the book for it to get attention and sell, and in order to do that, you need to learn how to market it. Moving on to the fourth method: selling stock photos. To sell photos or any image in stock image sites. It can either be art or real photos by professional or amateur photographers. Examples of stock photo sites are such: Shutterstock, SmugMug, and iStock. Now, on to the third lecture of this course. With this, we have reached the end of our second lecture. Let's move on to lecture 3. Welcome to this lecture of online business. Lazy ways to make money online. Passive income online. We will talk about methods to make money online. The first method: to sell t-shirts by print on demand. Print on demand is a business model where the products are only printed and produced after a customer places an order. First, research trending t-shirts. Then, look for it on a website called Etsy to see if it's really trending. Now, design the shirt, either by Photoshop or a website called Canva. Next, time to list your shirt for sale. You can list it on websites such as Etsy, Redbubble, or TeePublic. For platforms like Redbubble or TeePublic, Once the sale is made, they will handle the printing and shipping for you. But for Etsy, you will need to connect yourself with a print-on-demand service. Moving on to the second method. To sell digital products. A digital product is a file that customers buy and download instantly. An example of a digital product you can sell is designs of t-shirts, like t-shirt mockups. Moving on to the third method. Affiliate marketing. That is to sell another's product. The way it works is the following. You get a unique link for the product you want to sell, and when someone buys through the link, you earn a commission. There are tons of affiliate marketing programs out there. You can choose to promote your link through social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, or else. On to the fourth method. Fiverr. Fiverr is a website of an online marketplace for freelance services. On it, freelancers offer their services called gigs. You can offer your freelance service there. Customers can message you directly and you can work together on projects. An example of a service you can offer is remove background from image service, where you simply remove backgrounds of images sent by clients. Now, on to the fourth and final lecture of this course. With this, we have reached the end of our third lecture. On to the fourth and final lecture of this course, the interview. Welcome to this lecture of online business. Interview with a businesswoman. In this lecture, we will present the set of questions and answers from an interview about online business, conducted with a businesswoman who owns an online business. The questions will be presented, followed straight by the answer. She is a businesswoman. She owns her own online business. She is 31 years old. She resides in Jordan, and her business is also located in Jordan. Let's start with question 1. Question 1. What is your definition of an online business in general and from home? Answer. Online business consists of selling a product or service online. Online business from home is operated solely from home. It is usually at its beginnings, as when the business gets bigger, it becomes harder to hide from the Jordanian government, as all businesses must be registered in the Jordanian government. Moving on to question 2. Question 2. What is your definition of the online business that you do? Answer. It is an Instagram page with 73,000 followers. It is called Pieces Amman. I started from the year 2014. It is an apparel and accessories retail, including clothes, bags, and shoes, with all of the latest trending and stylish ladies genre. The targeted customers are ladies of 18 to 45 of age. The products are delivered to customers' doorstep. It delivers locally and ships internationally. Moving on to question 3. Question 3. How did you build your page or website? Answer. I created a business account on Instagram, free of charge. Moving on to question 4. Question 4. What role does the page or website play in your business? Answer. It is the main thing. On it occurs all the selling, advertising, collecting customer data, such as location and phone number, and knowing their tastes and interests. The selling deals are made on Instagram itself, through the direct messages. Moving on to question 5. Question 5. What types of goods do you sell through the online store? Answer. Goods for ladies aged 18 to 45, consisting of apparel and accessories following the latest trends. such as shirts, skirts, shoes, clothes of summer, winter, autumn, and spring, and seasonal products like Ramadan for Muslims, Christmas for Christians, and New Year. Moving on to question 6. Question 6. From A to Z, the steps you followed to establish your business and conduct the first business deal till the product reached the buyer and you received the money in your bank account. Answer. Firstly, I started by creating a business Instagram page that sells trending mobile phone covers from home. These covers were a trend at the time. Customers pick from home or it's delivered to them, all on a national level yet. Afterwards, the page was selling no covers and started selling trending apparel and accessories. The deliveries were national and international through delivery companies. Thirdly, after 4 years of the business being non-registered in the government, it was registered. Moving on to the fourth and fifth point. Fourthly, upon registration, we made an office and added 2 employees. The office was also a requirement for registration. Regarding the payments by customers, it is only cash when on the national level, but a transaction when on the international level. Moving on to question 7. Question 7. How did you come up with this idea and identified it as the most suitable alternative? Answer. The covers were a trend when I decided to sell them. People were looking for them in Jordan but couldn't find any. I ordered a number from abroad and started selling. The covers were then no longer a demand and a trend, and they were never my real passion. I then started selling apparel, my real passion of which I have rich knowledge in. Many women are also interested in such things, which made it more of an appealing idea. Apparel is a product that is active at all 4 seasons. I am a female and this product is feminine, so I also share understanding. Moving on to question 8. Question 8. What skills and resources should a person who wants to do your type of business desire? Answer. The skills include passion, intelligence, being business-minded, being motivated, leadership, and social skills. Let's move to the resources. The resources include being financially capable of starting the business, suppliers, delivery ways, i.e. logistics, and manpower. Moving on to question 9. Question 9. In a broad way, what are the legal requirements needed to conduct your business? Answer. Sales documents are delivered to the government every 3 months in order to pay the taxes. All the employees should be registered in Jordan's social insurance. To continually renew the commercial record with the government. To renew the profession license with the government. Moving on to question 10. Question 10. Points of fraud that you are cautious of in your business. Answer. Firstly, regarding delivery companies. To make sure the return change for payments are returned and in full, not stolen from. To make sure the right products are delivered and the right products were involved in an exchange or return. Secondly, regarding customers. My services include giving the customers a chance for trial. Some customers steal some pieces and say it didn't reach in the first place. So I have to make sure that I am certain of what I delivered for trial. Moving on to question 11. Question 11. How do you make yourself known to others so that you get approached by business requests? How did you do it at the start and how do you do it now? Also, Mention this in terms of advertising. Answer: through advertising on Instagram itself and through word of mouth. Moving on to question 12. Question 12. By what process can you foresee the payments for your business, whether making payments or receiving them? Answer: for receiving payments, it's through the previous sales and the sales growth rate. For making payments, it's through the price willing to buy the products in from suppliers. Moving on to question 13. Question 13. How could disputes be handled for the following cases? A reasonably unsatisfied customer, an unreasonably unsatisfied customer. Answer: for a reasonably unsatisfied customer, it is to give them what they want under any circumstance, even if it involves breaking the store rules. For an unreasonably unsatisfied customer, it is to tell them they are unreasonable in a respectful manner and fully deny. In terms of how do I legally deal with it, for legal battles, there is a company lawyer who handles all such matters. Moving on to question 14. Question 14. What preventive measures would you take to avoid such incidents? Answer: make the company policy clear, to remain good quality, to place realistic photos of the actual product, and finally, to help the customer with their fittest size decision based on knowledge of material structure. Moving on to question 15. Question 15. Talk about your international activity, including the locations you operate from. Answer: international deliveries come out from Jordan, are delivered by delivery companies, and customers pay through transactions. Moving on to question 16. Question 16. Is your business mostly male or female inclined? Answer: fully female inclined. This marks the end of the interview. Let's move on to the final part of the course. With this, we have reached the end of our interview and the 4 lectures. Let's move on to the final part of the course, the summary of the course. Welcome to the course summary of the online business course. Course summary. We will indicate the main, most important points benefited from for the whole course. Online business is a business operated entirely on the internet. Online business from home is an online business operated while working from home, with the suitability that working from home allows. An online store is a website or application in which goods are sold over the internet. The 10-step requirements to establish an online store in 2025 include selecting a target audience, sourcing your products, choosing a commerce platform, designing your brand, registering your business, building your store, setting up your checkout and shipping gateways, making your store live, marketing your products and brand, and optimizing your store. Moving on to the rest of the points. The ways to making your online business known include creating a website or social media page, sponsoring ads on the social media platform itself, TV and radio commercials, display advertising, celebrity endorsement, press advertising, and email marketing. The ways to start your own online business from home in just 30 minutes include selling online courses, a YouTube channel, writing an ebook, and selling stock photos. The lazy ways to make money online include selling t-shirts, selling digital products, affiliate marketing, and freelance on Fiverr. Moving on to the rest of the points. The interviewee has a ladies' apparel and accessories online business through an Instagram page with a large following. The online business of the interviewee is registered with the government as it's a necessity for it to be registered in the government. The interviewee made her online business known through advertising on Instagram itself and through word of mouth. This marks the end of our summary. And by this, we have reached the end of our summary and the end of the course. We have reached the end of our online business course and its 4 lectures. Hope you have learned a lot in terms of how to start your online business. And thank you for taking the time to watch this online business course.